Yes, welcome everyone. Glad to have you here. The way this is going to work is I'm going to talk at you and do some demos for about 45 minutes. Please, if you have questions, take them down, record them, put them in the chat, something. We're going to do questions at the end. I want to get through the core material without getting derailed. So sit back, relax, but get yourself a pen and notepad. Okay. So how we're going to do this is we're going to go through the field leads guide, which you all should have received, and I will throw it in the chat again right now. We're going to skip some bits. We're not going to go through every word. This is going to be similar to what I did before. Of course, some things are updated. There's some new stuff, which is great, but hopefully just doing it again will be helpful. So this guide will walk you through everything you need to know about using the Respect Missouri Voters signature tracking app. You're encouraged, and then we also have a table of contents so you can skip around if you're in it by yourself. What is this app for? The signature tracking app, which from here forward we will call STA, is a web app that runs in a standard internet browser. Its purpose is to help the Respect Missouri Voters campaign manage, track, and validate all signatures gathered. What we need to accomplish, you all know what we need to accomplish. It's a lot. It's a lot of volunteers and a lot of signatures gathered from a lot of different places. To ensure we collect and turn in as many signatures as we can, we need to know where those signatures are at all times and who collected each one while moving those signatures around the state. To help guide the campaign toward victory, we need to know in real time how many signatures have been collected, where they are, how many of those are valid, and other metrics. How will STA get us there? It provides us a way to efficiently enter numbers of signatures collected by gatherer and by county, track the movement of signatures, and validate signatures according to the Secretary of State's requirements. Where did this app come from? A group of volunteers. If you need stuff or you have things, let me know. That's my personal number. That's the simplest way to, you're like, I need this feature or this thing is broken. Okay, how to get on? To log into and use STA, your account must have an active lead role, such as field captain. This training, by the way, is focused on field captains, not regional directors, so we will skip some things that are relevant to regional directors. Prerequisites, please read and sign the Respect Missouri Voters Excellence Pledge if you haven't already. Confirm that you are to be a lead. Confirm your region and team number. Don't worry about the regional director thing. Make sure you have an email address that consistently works with Google's standard login process for accessing Google Drive, Google Docs, etc. An email address ending with @gmail.com will work. Most employers and organizations that regularly use Google services will register their name with Google Workspace, meaning that email addresses ending with their website domain are valid for this purpose. For example, emails ending with @respectvoters.org work fully with Google services. So if you don't have a Gmail and you don't have an email that works well with the Google stuff and you don't want to make one, but you would like to have a respectvoters.org, we can make that happen for you. You can send in a tech support request. So I'm going to skip. That's what I say in this. Registration, you register as a field captain using the registration form. With that Google-friendly email address, all lowercase, please. It is case sensitive. I'm trying to get that fixed. Please, everything, your email, all lowercase. You don't need to take the field quiz again for registration to work. It's a myth. They're not connected. It doesn't mean anything, no matter how many times somebody tells you, well, it didn't show up until after I took the field quiz. That is a coincidence. After you register, your regional director needs to activate your field captain role in STA, and then after that, you will be able to log into STA using that Google-friendly email address. Mobile usability, it is improved dramatically. It will continue to improve in the future. And now we get into the meat of things. So to do this, the website you're looking for is field.respectmovoters.org. And then you'll hit and so now when we demo things, and I'm going to try to slow down a little bit so you can follow me because this is where things are actually important. I'm going to go into a test environment. So the numbers you're going to see are not real numbers, but it allows me to actually do stuff. So I'm going to hit log in here. And it's going to let me pick what Google account I'm going to use. I think I wonder if I'm at the field captain level with this. It might be regional director. We're going to find out. And so you'll be greeted with a dashboard. Yep. Oh, this is just a gatherer's view, I believe. Yeah, this is gatherer's view, so I am not a field captain activated here. So I'm going to go out and log back into a different account that has more permissions. Oops. There we go. Okay. So you log in. If you have problems with logging in, there are kind of two things you could run into. One is you run into a screen that says something unexpected happened. If that happens, just go into your URL bar and just type out field@respectnovoters.org with nothing after the .org. It has to end at .org, and just go to that URL again. Just hit enter. You might need to do it twice if you see the something unexpected happen. That is how you get a really good reset. The other thing that can happen is that you have a continuously spinning circle. There are two potential causes of the spinning circle. Actually, I'll just show you what that looks like because I have accounts that don't have anything. Here's one. So one could be that you do not have an active role. Oh, this is now happening. All right, cool. So same dealio. If you're having trouble, see this /sign and callback, I'm going to remove that. Enter again, give me a good reset. It means that you need to, either your field captain role has not been activated by your regional directors, you need to reach out to them for that, or you registered with an email address that is not Google friendly. Okay, I'm running into real problems here. This is a new, most of you are not going to run into this because most of you do not have so many Google accounts. I would probably just close the tab and reopen it at that point. I want to move forward with the demonstration. Dashboard shows you lots of cool metrics, how your team is doing for the week. All weeks start on Mondays at 8 a.m. and they reset on Monday at 8 a.m. So anything you say saying this week has been less than a week's worth of stuff, it started back at Monday at 8 a.m., the most recent Monday. And last week is always a full week, a full 7 days from Monday 8 a.m. to Monday 8 a.m. We can see our list of regions here. We can also hit regions and teams, and this is just focuses in, gives us a few more metrics. We're going to continue to bring these metrics up. Let me walk through. Some of these metrics are new. So this is showing for the entire campaign. I get to see the whole campaign here. This is, again, these are not real numbers. This is the testing environment. This is all the raw signatures that have been gathered. Signatures turned in the last week. Signatures turned in this week. The number of gatherers that have registered, and gatherer can be the gatherer role, field captain role, regional director role, activated gatherers. So we'll get to what that means. Falls with ink. Ink means that they have turned in signatures at some point in time. We mean like ink on paper. Ink last week means that that's the number of people who have turned in signatures last week. Ink this week is the number of people who turned in signatures this week. And then we also have numbers for a number of registered and activated drivers, registered and activated notaries, just because. And we now have these cool new tiles that give you some of those top line metrics right there. Registered and activated here is referring to gatherers. So I could go into here. So we're clicking down. We're into one region. And again, we get all the same metrics, but this is at the region level instead of the campaign level. And now we can see for each team those same metrics. So I'm going to go into this team. And now we see same metrics at the team level, which is super cool. And again, we're going to improve these tiles further and make it more consistent. You can click into somebody's profile from here. This is one way of getting into somebody's profile. There's another way I'll show you in a moment. But you can see what their active roles are, their contact information, address. If they're a notary, their notary commission number will be here. Their stats about their signature count, signatures this week. We will upgrade these metrics soon too. And now we get to teams and roles. So gatherers, once you register, you're assigned a field ID. That field ID is attached to that email address, case-sensitive email address, permanently. They never get detached. They never change. These two are permanently linked together for the rest of forever. All of the other information is auxiliary information that can be changed by registering again, including the name. So if the wrong name is on your field ID, it doesn't mean that it means that the name just needs to get updated back to you again. The actual core piece of information is the field ID and the email address. So you register again with the same email address, case sensitive, and then put in the correct information and it will fix. We also have this cool new thing called primary teams. So primary team is in the case where somebody's on multiple teams or they registered for the wrong team in the first place and you want credit for their signatures to go toward a different team. That's all the primary team is where does the credit go? And so teams have their own stats and so if you want to make sure that that's going where you want it to go. Some people care about it more than others. How to change a primary team is you activate a role. Anytime you activate a role, whatever team that role is for, that becomes the primary team. So this is a bad example. I'm going to switch to a different profile. Ignore how I did that for a moment. Team SL99 is the primary team of me here. But I was also part of team SL92. Let's say, oh no, I wanted my primary team to be SL92. I want to activate a role on team SL92. Well, you'll notice all of these are already active. So in order to activate a role, I'll have to deactivate first, which I click that. It just takes a sec. It'll reload. That does nothing to change it. The activation doesn't do anything in terms of primary team. It's the actual activating of a goal that sets a primary team. Now, activation does a couple different things now. So it does that for leaders. If I activated a field captain role, it would then give them field captain permissions and the ability to log in and start doing things. Okay, I'm going a little ahead of myself. I want to go back to this. Navigation basics. At the top of the site, there is a tab for each of the major sections of the site. You can always click or tap one of these tabs to get to the beginning of that section. The region and teams tab in particular has multiple layers. You can get to a deeper layer by simply clicking or tapping one of the yellow boxes you see. Color is used imperfectly to inform you of what something will do when you click it. So it's not perfect. We're improving it. Yellow means it will take you to another page. Light blue means it will perform a non-destructive action. Red means it will perform a destructive action. And dark blue means it won't do anything. So again, come here. We've got our dashboard under the logo. We've got regions and teams. We can click into a region. We can click into a team. We can click into a volunteer. Petition Sheets has a bunch of things. Search for volunteers. And more metrics. And then you can also now click your own name to see your own profile, which is a cool feature we added. That's not the correct notes. This is the correct. So how do I manage my volunteers? Similar to how you registered for various roles, completed the field quiz, and had your roles activated, the same happens with your volunteers. There are various roles. Gatherers, they collect signatures on petitions. Notaries notarize petitions. Drivers drive. Verifiers work in the verification center. In general, you will not be using that unless I've specifically told you to. And so please do not activate any verifier roles ever. Field volunteers can sign up at the registration form. Please tell them their region and team number ahead of time. But we do also have on the registration form now a tool where people can figure out what their region and team number is simply by putting in their county and potentially their zip code if they live in the Kansas City region or the St. Louis region. So KV02 means I would go to this drop down, select Kirksville KV, and team digit 02 is what I would put along with all the other information up here. An important thing to know, we just tried this where we put a space between the R and the I because some autofills were selecting Mid-Missouri and people were missing it. So a lot of people have registered from Mid-Missouri mistakenly. So if somebody's registering, please ask them to double check their region and make sure that they're going for the correct region. Or hopefully this space will fix that autofill problem. I know it looks ugly, but it's just too much of a problem. We couldn't think of another better way to deal with it. Okay. Notes on different roles. Important. Gatherers can do any task with any team anywhere in the state, regardless of whether it matches their team, the team or region they're assigned to. This includes collecting signatures, volunteering to support leaders, notarizing petitions, turning in their signatures, and more. So don't let the wrong region block you from letting them turn in their signatures or anything. Notaries, please, if somebody's registering as a notary, please ask them, and when we click this, please ask them to get their commission number and their expiration date and enter that in. If they register without putting that in, they may think that they're good to go and they don't need to register. They don't need to give us that information. If they don't give us that information, it really gets in the way of our validation process. It dramatically slows us down. So please ask notaries to put that information in. Dispatch at respectvoters.org is how you coordinate pickups and drop-offs. Field quiz. All gatherers must get 100%, 18 out of 18 on the field quiz before they're allowed to gather signatures. All volunteers on your team who have completed the field quiz with 100% will appear in the tab labeled with your region and team number in the field quiz Google Sheet. Alternatively, you can search for anyone in the 100% tab. So definitely going to have to block out this personal information, but we can search for anybody. We go to the 100%. Control F or Command F, depending on whether you're on PC or Mac, and I can search for SAS, and there I show up. I got 18 out of 18. You bridge the gap between the field quiz and actually giving somebody their petition sheets. If somebody has not completed the field quiz, they don't get to gather signatures yet. So field quiz and registration are by design completely separate systems that don't talk to each other. You bridge the gap between the two, providing a human check before someone is activated in the signature tracking app. Okay, we already went through role activation. We can skip that. We talked about field IDs. Field IDs contain information. If somebody registers correctly, you'll be able to know what region and team they're on. And the last two digits are those are just unique to that person. It just counts up from 1 to 99 in order of who registered for the team first. Field IDs are not sensitive or secret information. Field IDs can be used to look up personal information of registrants, but only by authorized leaders in STA such as yourself. Again, before accessing any personal information of volunteers, you need to read and sign the Respect Missouri Voters Excellence Pledge. Gatherers should know their field IDs. They should memorize or record in an accessible place their own field ID upon receiving their confirmation email, which includes it. It gets used all the time in all sorts of places across the platform. Please, field IDs, that's how we shorthand everything and make things efficient and consistent. Let's show you now searching for volunteers. Let's go to that tab. You can search by somebody by using their phone number. You don't have to, those like parentheses and spaces did that automatically. You can search by email address. You don't have to put in the exact email, so I can put in SAS and it searches intelligently. You can search by full name. You don't need to put in the full name. Less is more is less. I can put in SAS and it will bring up everybody like that. Or I can search by exact field ID, SL9901. is going to give me, but I can also search for everybody on a team, SL99. That's everybody on the SL99 team. And it's by field ID, so it's what's in the field ID, not the primary team. And you can even search for the entire region. That's going to take forever. Let's just do like this. Yeah, it's a handful of people. So yes, it's powerful search, and we're going to continue to make it even better with time. Okay, I'm closing that. I'm closing this too. Okay. Again, the field ID can be used by any team anywhere in the state, regardless of whether it matches the team or region they're working in. Working with petitions. As a field lead, you will manage many petition sheets and a few additional sheets to help with tracking those petitions. This is so we can match the physical petitions with their parallel digital records. Petition grouping terminology, I'm going to skip some of these because it's based on having the recruitment, assuming the recruitment insert is being used, which many of you are not using. So when I say a signature, I include not just the actual signature, but the date, the address, the name. A petition sheet is a petition sheet. A batch is the same person. You can have multiple sheets, but it's the same county. So same gatherer, same county, submitted at the same time. A bundle consists of a stack of different batches. A bundle gets a bundle sheet on top. This is the latest and greatest bundle sheet. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. So at the top is the most important information, the gatherer field ID, the receiving team ID, and the date. We also ask for name, phone, and email address in case somebody's like not registered, or it just makes it easier to track people down. I'm not going to explain this part because everybody seems to get this right, which is cool. Bundle ID is given to you after you submit a bundle. We will show that off, and then you can leave this stuff blank. Okay, really important. Bundles are the core unit for grouping and tracking petitions. I'm going to say that 3 more times. Bundles are the core unit for grouping and tracking petitions. Bundles are the core unit for grouping and tracking petitions. Bundles are the core unit for grouping and tracking petitions. Bundles. Bundles. A package consists of a stack of different bundles. A package gets a package sheet on top. Packages are used to move bundles between teams. So packages are not the core unit of anything. They're just for moving bundles between teams. So this is the latest and greatest package sheet. It's very simple and short. You just need the sheet total, signature total, and the package ID, which is given to you. You do not need to add up how many signatures are in each county. We had an old package sheet that did that, and we changed it not too long after. You do not need to do that. If you are using an old package sheet, you do not need to add up all the signatures in all the counties. That is not necessary. Please do not waste your time with that. Okay, where are we now? So bundles are the core unit for grouping and tracking petitions. Packages are used to move bundles between teams. You can think of a team as a location as well. So teams and locations are synonymous. That's how the system thinks of locations, moving between teams. So both physical and digital structure of grouping petitions is the same. A batch contains different petitions with the same county gatherer and receiving team. A bundle contains different batches with the same gatherer and receiving team. A package contains different bundles, typically with the same receiving team, but not always. You can have bundles from different teams in the same package. Notary events. I'll try to be brief on this. You want everybody turning in to turn in their sheets with a bundle sheet. Tell them to take their time, sit down, relax, organize, and count their petitions and signatures by county and record them on their bundle sheet with their field ID and all the other information. Also really important is this is notes to both your gatherers and your notaries for them to slow down and take their time notarizing their petitions. I know Alex will back me up on that, and making sure that you're checking the little box that says do not, and all the counties are filled out correctly and the notary stamp is on it. But also please do your own quality checks or have a volunteer do quality checks for you. So you can see there's some spot checks here for it on the bundle sheet if you need a reference. Okay. After getting their petition sheets notarized, a gatherer submits their physical bundle directly to you. Check that their bundle sheet is complete, that their petitions are grouped by county, that their bundle sheet has their field ID, that's part of it being complete, and contact information on it. Okay, so that's redundant. I'm just going to take that out. And that the petition sheets are notarized. You have two options. You or somebody you designate can submit digital copies of the physical bundle right away and then store the physical bundle appropriately in preparation for creating a physical package after the end of a notary event. Or you can hold on to all the physical bundles and submit digital copies of all of them at once after the end of the notary event. In both cases, please do quality checks at the notary event so you can catch people while they're there before they go to fix any errors that are found. Okay, submitting digital bundles. You log in, go to petition sheets, submit bundles. I'm just going to demo this. Okay, petition sheets. Submit bundles, or you can just click petition sheets if you're used to that. They both work. Going to enter. This will automatically fill in your team, whatever your team is. It will, I think it's derived from your field ID, but it will put in your team. Then you put in the field ID of the gatherer. Brings up some information. We're going to have more information here eventually, so you can do even more verifying. But you see their name, their email address. And then it's very simple. You select the county. You can just type, and it will narrow it down. It makes it easy. St. Louis, eventually that will say St. Louis County again. These controls they work very well. So if I put in like too many, it will automatically bring it down to the maximum of 30. If I put in too few, it will automatically bring it up to the minimum of 3, right, based on the petition sheet count. And you can click the buttons, or you can type it, whatever. You put in your multiple counties, all that. You can add more if you have more than 4 counties. And then before you can submit bundle, you see this is dark blue, so it's not clickable. Remove. You have to. This is an intentional step that we have there to help avoid mistakes. And so you have to remove any additional rows that you have, and then you can click Submit Bundle. And you see it says Creating Bundle here. Be careful not to double click that. It may end up making the bundle twice. That is a bug. It is on the list to be fixed. Great. Bundle SL990042 is created. So now you have that bundle ID, which you can put right here, which is wonderful. You can also, if you really want to, you can click View Bundle. And it will show you more information, like when it was created. And it will show you the batches, which you can edit the batches. If you made a typo, you can go find which county is it. You can edit the batch. You can fix the number of sheets, the number of signatures. You can save it. You can delete a batch. If you're like, oh no, I didn't mean to do Drain County. I meant to do Adair County. I can delete this batch. And then I can go and add a batch. And I can select Adair. And then I don't remember what the numbers were. Doesn't matter. None of this. This is not real data. This is our testing environment. It's adding that. And if you just are like, I accidentally entered it twice, I need to delete the whole thing. You see there is a delete bundle button, but it is dark blue, which means when you click it, it does nothing. We need to make it red. I want to change this so that way you can just delete right away, but currently you have to delete all of the batches first. So we'll delete this batch. You have to delete this batch. And then you can delete the bundle. That button's red, delete. Good to go. So go back to submit. Okay. Creating packages. Okay, I'm going to level with you guys. Packages are confusing. I know that, and we are going to change how we're going to add to what we can do with packages to dramatically simplify and streamline it. Right now, just broadly, and I will break it down more. When you receive a package, it unpacks at your location automatically, and then you have all of the bundles from that package. And then in order to send them again, you have to make a new package that will take all the bundles at your location and send it out again. That is unintuitive and confusing. I understand that, because in the real world, you receive the package and you don't take off that package sheet and separate the bundles. In physical reality, you keep it together. And so we're going to change this. It's not going to happen tomorrow. But we're going to allow you to receive and hold a package, or to even pass a package from a driver to another driver. And we're going to have a really sleek mobile interface for that too. We're going to have QR codes on package sheets. It's going to be great. It's not great right now. I'm very sorry about how confusing it is. But I'm going to go ahead and go to prepare package. And at my location, I've got all these bundles with these different bundle IDs. And yes, I know that it would be helpful to have more information next to these bundle IDs. That's also on the list. It's coming. I don't know how quickly, but it's coming. Normally, you would just create a package with all of the bundles that you have on hand. The system knows, this is the whole point, we're tracking the signatures, so the system knows where the signatures are. The app knows that you have all these bundles on hand, which you'll notice I have bundles from a bunch of different regions and teams. And you would just bundle them all together in one package and send it out. I'm going to unselect these. I'm going to just select a few. So I'm just saying these are the only bundles I'm putting in this package. I'm going to create the package. Takes a minute. Loading package details. It'll get there. Package SL 00022 created. I can click View Package. And it's loading. And it shows me more details. Origin field team, right, which is what we had there. It shows you all the bundles. You can click into the bundles. You can make edits if you need to. You can hit back in your browser. Hitting back in your browser actually works pretty well in this app. It usually does what you think it's going to do, or like what you want it to do. And that typically works. So you can trust that. Okay, so now I have this package with these multiple bundles in them. And now I want to send them from SL99, which is confusing because that's normally where they end up. But we're going to say NE, and now we're putting in the driver. Yeah, we'll say NE1601. Cool, it's at the driver. We're going to hit submit. This is the driver you're giving the package to. And then they're off to the races. Again, and then when you're doing that, you just fill out this next row on your package sheet that's on there, which is the sending team, the sender field ID, and the driver field ID. So the sending team is your team, sender field ID is your field ID, the driver field ID is the field ID of the driver who's picking it up. You can also print a package sheet. We're going to make this even better, but I have found this, I use this. You hit print, and if you do happen to have a printer, you can print it off, and it's got all the information that you need and want on it. I know it's kind of small right there, hard to see. You might not be able to see. I have a print window popped up on me. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm going to hit cancel, but yeah, that's going to be. Also, if you just don't feel like writing it out and you don't want to use the physical package sheet, you can just create your package and print out a package sheet. If you correct a bundle, if a bundle sheet you have is wrong, we have the same thing for bundles. You can print out a bundle sheet. And then if you are one of the in-between teams, here's where things get more confusing, and we're gonna make it better. If you're an in-between team where you receive packages and then send them back out, you're going to go to, under petition sheets, you're going to go to in transit. You're going to look for the packages that you whatever. We're just going to select this top one. You're going to look for the package that you're receiving. You're going to see it. You're going to check it. You're going to see these are the bundles in it. You're going to, when somebody hands it off to you, you want to make sure those bundles are in there, that it looks like it's the right number of sheets. Make sure nothing got left in anybody's car. You're going to click Receive Package, and then you're going to put in the team ID that it's being received to, which is typically going to be yours. So in this case, I'm going to put in NE16, set team, right? A team is synonymous with a location. Submit. And now I've received this package. Now this is the part that gets confusing, that you guys ask me about all the time, and I apologize that it is this way. It was a very rapid development, is there's no send button here. You cannot send this package again. This package has been unpackaged, unpacked at your location, and these bundles now live at your location. So we see AG05 00061 through 00064. So if I go to prepare package, and I change this to the team that just received it, NE16, we can see this AG05 00061 to 00064. It's a little bit out of order, which is weird. And so what you would do is you would then create, and then we have some from our own region, NE16. We'd create a package with all these bundles together. How am I doing on time? I'm doing pretty good. And then it creates a new package, view package, and then we could send that with another driver. Submit. Right, and then at the end of the road, the next person would receive it. So I know that's confusing, and I'm sorry it's that way, and it's cumbersome. And I know in real life, you're not going to have drivers who are passing these off in parking lots doing this. I don't expect you to do that. The software needs to help, not inhibit. And so I'm showing you what the platonic ideal is, but I recognize that the system is not yet built to deal with the reality. And so I'm asking you to do this as much as you can. Really, when I'm going to say where I would expect you to do this is if you're going to be hanging on to petitions overnight. If you're hanging on to petitions overnight, please, and you're receiving petitions packages from multiple different places, and they land with you, and then you're going to send all of those packages from different places out together in one thing to the next location. That's when I would ask you to do this, because the whole point is we're trying to track these signatures. That's the whole point. So I know that feels like a lot. Most of you don't have to deal with this. This is mostly like Monica and Amy Slabaugh are like the two people who are regional directors who have to deal with this. But I get it. You don't have to tell me and explain to me about how you guys actually do stuff in physical reality. I know, I'm fully aware. Just do the best you can. Oh, cool, right? We have metrics too. Also, you can always email dispatch@respectvoters.org if you have if you have stuff you're ready to send, or if you need supplies. Think ahead and overstock. I'm not going to read this. So we did add some more metrics. So at the field captain level, you can't edit stuff, but you can see stuff. I want to show you exactly what you guys are going to see. So I'm actually going to go in and I'm going to activate. Again, none of these numbers are real. I'm going to activate the field captain role for this account that I also have as a demonstration. I'm going to log out. I'm going to go back, nice reset there, log in. I'm going to select this. And this is going to give us a field captain view. So this is the kind of view that you're actually going to get. So you're going to see your team and your region and the whole campaign. Again, these are not real numbers. You can click into your region. You can click into your team. And you can see what's going on in your team. But another way to see your team's progress is if you go to more metrics, you go to goal tracking, and it's going to show you the campaign, your region. Congressional district actuals are not real yet. Those don't work. So just ignore those for now. But we can change this to Northeast. We can change this to our own team. And so we can't edit this, but your regional director should have set a target for you, and you'll have an actual number of signatures. You can look at just 1 week at a time, including future weeks, to see what your next week's goal is going to be. Or you can look historically. We have not put in all of the historical data yet. That will hopefully be happening very soon. I've got a couple of volunteers who are supposed to be working together on that. Or you can look at everything since launch, and you can pick your week as of to win. And then if you're just like, I want to look at this week, to the week I'm on currently, just hit jump to this week. So I want to see if I can show you a little bit more where there's actually some bars filled in. All right, I need to close this tab. Wow, this is a new problem. I've not run into this before. Well, all right. Fortunately, none of you should have multiple accounts that you're juggling, so we're going to not focus on that. Okay, that's 45 minutes. I'm going to shut up, and let's take some questions. I know that was intense. I know that was a lot. This is recorded. We are going to post it on the Volunteer Resources YouTube channel after I censor out the personal identifying information, and you'll be able to watch this through again. So I know that was a lot. I'm sorry it was so intense. I know it was all over the place. I know I talk fast, but I'll turn it over to questions.
In the chat, we have Bridget who says that hers doesn't show her where we are to goal, but it does show how many we collected. So she's not seeing the same view as you.
It's possible that your goal hasn't been set yet. If your goal hasn't been set, then it'll be like 0 out of 0. January 5 week. Oh yeah, I don't know if we had the historical data at that time. I'm going to open a new browser and dig in. Susan, do you have insight on that?
Oh, sorry. No, I was going to ask another question. I was just getting it up there.
Okay.
Sass, I believe, weren't you just rolling out the goal setting, and we didn't walk the regional field directors through their goal setting until last week? So would there be no data for goals for field captains the first week because the regional field directors hadn't been trained yet?
Yeah, looking at January 5th. Oh yeah, let me look at this. There were some goals set. What region and team are you? What's your team ID? KC28.
KC28.
So let me switch to KC. Let me go to KC28. Week of January 5th. Oh yeah, your goal was set to 0, so that's why it's showing 0 progress. And again, that may be because it was like early on and stuff wasn't done. So like it may get updated for historical data. If we jump to this week, or let's go last week actually. That might make more sense. No, there was nothing set for last week. Okay, so you got to talk to your regional director about getting your goals, the goals for your region set, or sorry, your goals for your team set, and then you'll be able to see your progress. Okay, thanks, Bridget. All right, Susan, you had your hand up, or I guess Vic, you control the questions.
Sure. Susan, go ahead with your question.
Okay, so I am considered an in-between stop. I get Springfield's petitions and send them to St. Louis, actually to Eureka, and then they go to a different driver to go to the VC. So do you want me to go through the box of petitions from Springfield? That's what I wanted to find out one thing.
So yeah, I mean, and you want to make sure the bundles are there and that the number of petitions seems to make sense. That's a quality control thing to make sure that
Yeah.
nothing gets lost. Um,
And then
I'll,
enter
Alex, you don't need to. You're not entering new raw signatures. You'll be
packages though.
you'll be receiving the package.
Right.
And then you'll have a mix of bundles from your own region and some bundles from the Springfield region. You'll have both. And then you'll create a new package that brings all of those together. So in general, I would say avoid creating a package for your region until like you know that you have all the petitions that you're going to have for whichever driver is coming. That would be my advice to you, Susan.
All right. Now, I've been making packages by team. So do you want me to mix teams?
So yeah, you'll have to enlighten me on your physical process. So are your teams doing their own data entry, creating a package, and then like bringing it to you or sending it to you, or is it something on the other end of the spectrum where like all the petitions just come to you anyway and you just do all the data entry, or is it somewhere in the middle?
It's somewhere in the middle. I have one county that's entering and another one that sometimes does.
Okay. I would say now that we have the primary teams to assign credit properly, that if you are entering signatures, do it at like as your team. So let me show you that visually. That should be very easy to show. So under submit bundles, so you have petition sheets from several different teams that have not been entered. Mm-hmm. And I would, instead of changing this to match the teams that they came from, I would leave this as your team because you are the team that's physically handling them. That's what we're trying to track here is the team that's physically handling the petitions. And so you would submit them there, but then I would say don't make a package until you've received, like I said, until you've received everything you're going to receive before you send something out. Does that make sense?
Okay, when I start entering, I have all of the teams in my region, and I create packages for each team. So I should be creating a package for the region instead.
I would say, yeah, as a regional director who's receiving all this stuff, yeah, make your life easier. Don't create 15 different packages. Just enter all the bundles in, or receive all the packages, and as well as receive packages from Springfield. And then right before you're ready to send it all out, you prepare a new package for your team, like a region level package, and then you can send that out. Does that make sense?
Well, Springfield is a different region, so they should have their own package, right? That's what I'm going to get from Chris. So I will get a package from Chris. I've only looked at them when Springfield has processed some of the petitions from Raleigh region. I have one team that goes to Springfield to get.
So what I'm saying is ideally you physically receive a package from Springfield, and I would ask that you go into the system and then digitally receive it as well, in which case that package digitally unpacks itself, and then all those bundles belong to your team. They're now with your team. And so that's the part where I'm saying wait to make your team or your region's package until after you've hit receive on those digital packages and you've received the packages from your 1 or 2 counties, and you've entered in the bundles from the rest of your region. You have all that together, and now you're ready to give it to a driver. That's when you hit prepare package, and it will package up all the bundles from Springfield and maybe some from Southwest or wherever else it's coming from, and it will package up the bundles from your teams that entered them themselves, and it'll package up the bundles that you entered yourself because they're all living at your team, and it'll put them into one big package that can then get sent out. And the purpose of that is so that we can track where they are in real time. That's the purpose of it. Like I said, we're gonna streamline this. I know it's confusing. I do your best. Feel free to call me anytime. I'm happy to guide you through it at any point. So
Okay,
I just
tomorrow,
want
Stas, wait for my call.
call me. I love it. So Monica, I guess.
Yeah, as you said, like since Colombia is like in the middle of everything, I've been getting a lot of packages from this way, and then people picking up from, wherever or whatever. So just a couple of things. So drivers dropping off stuff up in my house, and the other drivers coming to picking up, and you still want that to be received and sent out, even if I'm just like my house is right here and they are meeting at the house.
Yes, I would like to have us track that it arrived at your house at one point in time to say this is the steps that it went through, so that way we know where things went and where they were at what points in time. I would appreciate if you did that so we can properly track the signatures. That would be wonderful.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. Like the one thing, just want to say that it would be nice if we don't have to, because it's just I'm simply feel like they are just passing through. Wonder if there's a way we can make it not need to be entered.
So again, I want to try to simplify this for you. Here's my instruction to you. Whenever you receive a package, let me start with this. Do not prepare a package until you're ready to send things out. So don't hit that prepare package button until you're ready to send things out. Whenever you receive a package physically, hit receive package digitally. You go to the in transit, you find it, you just hit receive. And then at the last minute, right before you're ready to send everything out, hit prepare package, and the system knows. The system knows what's going on. Just hit prepare package, and then you'll have that one package sheet that goes with it, and then you give everything to that driver. If you follow that, it will work. The system knows it's a decent amount of stuff.
Yeah, but I won't know until I get those things from other counties or other teams. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. That I just want to say, like, if there's a way where we don't have to make that happen, that would be helpful. But I understand why we need to do that as well. Another thing, just it might not apply to everybody, but I went to create a view prepare package. Is there chance that the bundles takes time to appear? Because we just had the event yesterday, day of actions. I went to prepare package, and none of bundle we created yesterday are not appearing to me. So wonder if does it take time to appear? Because I can't prepare package right now. It's nothing's appearing on my end.
Okay, let me. What's your field ID?
MM0211.
Okay.
I think.
And when you enter in bundles, are you entering when you're like submitting new bundles? Are you putting them in under MM02?
Let's create that. And I think we probably we did. MM02 is the team.
Okay.
Yeah, creating team.
So I'm going to go to prepare package right now. I'm going to look at MM02. Taking a second to load. Yep. It's got 2 bundles there.
We have like, I don't know, 15 of them from yesterday, and nothing's appearing there.
15 that you submitted or 15 that you received from somewhere else?
15 the last created yesterday.
That you created or that somebody else created and sent to you?
I created.
He did.
Okay,
And it,
great. And
I was the one physically doing the batch building for that event.
the bundle entry. Wonderful, Leslie.
Yeah.
What team did you enter them in under?
MM02.
Okay. Did you already prepare a package, Monica or Leslie?
No. That's what she's trying to do.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm trying to do, and the bundles are not appearing.
MM78. What's today? Today's the 19th. Yesterday, a package was created at MM. Yeah, for MM02, a package was created yesterday late in the evening. No, it was like midday. Yeah, it was like the afternoon. Sorry, the time zone thing is still messed up. And so that's got it's got 65 petitions in it and sheets and 363 signatures. So it's got a ton of bundles in it. Yeah, it's got 16 bundles in it.
Yep. Why is
Okay.
that? Uh-huh.
Well, it's already packaged. So you can't package bundles that are currently in a package. You can only package bundles that are at your location and have not been already, and that don't live in a package currently. So I guess I missed that detail earlier.
No, that's my bad because I thought I did not build the package. Apparently I did.
That's okay. I just want to clarify if it takes time for it to appear, and if that's not the case, yeah, we don't have to troubleshoot right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. Thank
So
you.
it's in 0078.
Yep.
Wonderful.
Open to more questions.
While
Sass,
folks,
go ahead, Alex.
I was just gonna say, while folks were thinking about additional questions, I wanted to give a shout out to Monica and Leslie for the work they did yesterday. It was our first day of action as the campaign. I see that you entered 378 signatures, I believe. That is a really good day. And so, folks, let's steal that idea and make it our own where we are. And I'll kick it back over to you now, Vic.
Yeah, I was just going to say, Sass, if there was one thing that a field captain should take away from this training about their relationship with the signature tracking app, what would that thing be?
Use the manual. Use the table of contents in the manual to get to the part that you need, and then use it and follow the instructions in it. Feel free to make comments in it or let me know if you're like, this, I don't understand this the way it's written, or I think it's lacking detail about this thing, or it doesn't cover my situation, and I can add more. It is a living document, but that's what I would say is it is there to help you.
Can someone put those links in the chat?
Sorry,
Also,
yes, I accidentally DM'd them to Vic instead of giving them to everybody. I apologize. That's my fault.
Yeah, and the
You
one.
can copy them back to the top of the chat, but recopying them at the bottom so you have access right now is great.
Okay.
And now I was trying to send it to the waiting room. Okay, here we go. All right.
This guide is also linked in the RMV training table of contents.
Okay,
So
I've
that
got
was in the
that
email
one.
you should have received from your field captain training. So if you lose this, you can come back around to it.
Yes, and the other one that you showed way back when, and then you showed tonight is the quiz.
Oh,
total.
yeah. And by the way, okay, so super quick. There is I forgot. I made a redirect for this guide. It's respectvoters.org/STA guide or respectnovoters.org/STA guide. Okay, the other one, yes, field quiz responses. That spreadsheet. You should all have the access you need. How can I help you with that, Susan?
Just URLs, fine.
You want the link? Okay, you got it. I can get you that.
Those Google Sheets are awfully long. And I had to,
Use the table of contents to click around to where you need
okay,
to.
okay.
Where is the
Yeah.
field quiz responses Google Sheet? Okay, here it comes. Boom.
We also need to check the permissions on the responses sheet to make sure that all the captains who need that can view that.
Yeah, Alex, did I ever go over the Google Groups thing with you?
Possibly, probably, but I'm not sure if everyone has Google that is.
You don't need Google for it. It's literally just like a list of. Oh, I see. Yeah, I mean, in order to, I mean, any field captain who doesn't have a Google friendly email address, like either make one or have me make one for you, like with an at respectvoters.org. So that way you can use all the Google stuff that we use.
Hmm. Do we have any additional questions from folks? Okay. Uh, we got to three without anybody having an additional question. So I think we covered quite a bit. We have some links to go out into the email following this call. And folks, I appreciate y'all giving us an hour on a Monday night, a federal holiday at that. So thank you all. Thank you so much for the work you're doing. You are genuinely the backbone of the campaign. If you need anything, reach out. We are all more than happy to do what we can to try and help you out. Karen, I do remember the message you sent me over the weekend with the quirk that happened when you're trying to register your husband. I don't have a solution yet, but I just
Okay.
wanted to let you know that remembered
Okay.
it.
Thank you. Appreciate it,
Um,
Alex.
yeah. And if y'all need anything else, you know how to get a hold of us, and we will talk to you soon.
All right.